of building up these little micro objectives like the ult orbs. They just never let an edge go unexplored. And of course, this level of discipline too. Always expecting the counterplay when they are up. It does offer opportunities sometimes for their opponents to stack an area, to get a play happening. But broadly speaking, this is how Ono wants them to control the game. Yeah. King's attack side calling, it is really difficult to penetrate.
He's got that explosive firepower. Surrounded by young talent. Very different King this time around with the squad that he is with. He's looking for his chance of revenge, not just against EDG, but to go all the way to the finals.
Yeah, last time nobody and King were IGLing against each other. King had Aspas on the team, you know, huge names, players that you build entire styles around. Now it's very much them taking new talent and crafting them into whatever style they want.
And that was back in 2024, when King ended up losing that match against EDG. Obviously, the rest is history. We all know that one. EDG going on to lift that trophy. We're seeing a heavy stack of bodies, looking to see if they can do a bit of damage. King has the rifle, but he's looking to see if he can get a clean exit out of here. Damage being the name of the game for EDG. Nice stepping though, just for the bandits. Couple of shots now, but at this point, Lev realizing they are penned in. The snakebite and the nade is actually quite nice. It's going to keep them corralled, connected into the corner. You're going to sidestep into that snakebite. The shots, oh my!
Oh, they can't even get the damage done.
That's ridiculous. How the hell has EDG not done more there?
Bobbing and weaving, the Lev players survive. The round was always going the way of Leviathan, always. But at least EDG could have taken some of the sting out of this bonus, especially for a team that is so tactical, that has such a deep playbook. It is dangerous to let them keep a load of rifles. And Sato's one away from the orb. What is EDG's plan? Can they even contest this?
Whoa! It's Jenny on the line. You already know how this defensive setup is going to be looking. Kang Kang is playing here. Saw it in their last game. Puts a priority for EDG to try and hold on to that B heaven control, because he will be isolated if they lose control of it, but they don't seem to care about mid whatsoever.
Well, they're just hyper-focused right now on B main, because it's such an area that Lev like to play around. But when you lose it early on and then Neon breaks a Trailblazer, this could be a B repop, this could be a B split. They can go anywhere with Sato's ultimate. EDG look to take the fight.
That's just Neon. Slight jiggle with a knife out, spots two players there. Sounds like with a re-exploration, and now mad dash and scurry away from EDG.
They already have the protocols, they already know how they want to play these situations.
A flash though.
Chichu used his snake bite. Nobody would have to hit a shot here as they take Garage.
And he would. They were planning for the full rotation, but now they're left alone. 37 seconds left, flash round to the side, nobody. Hoping to get lucky here. A little bit of spam onto that line. Another flash of his own. Doesn't make the play to push this one forward. He's just buying time as well and making them stew for the moment. A bit of spam though, that'll do the trick. Still it goes counterbalanced towards the other direction. Spikes in though, that slight off angle accounted for. Chichu's there, Kang! He's gonna do his best. Swift couple of kills there, but with 13 seconds left, the plant will be able to go down.
Nades, blast packs, none of them in position.
No, Smoggy not in the right place there to utilize any of that abundance of util, but he still steps forward. It's a good timing to take that fight. Pure disrespect showcase, but now how does he get past King? Slightly onto that punch. That's a nasty shot to hit. But it's all contained in the end by Spike. A 4-piece for him.
What a round from Spike. Look at that opener. Perfect crosshair placement. And then the second kill he gets, just spamming off the Phoenix ult. That regens another slide. Destroys Chichu, crosses him up, no chance. And cleans things up before they can get too dangerous. Disrespecting a Boombot to help his IGL.
I'm him.
Yeah, you are, bro. He has been more of the Neon than Neon at this event.
Yep.
He's been exceptional. There were other people that we were looking at across this tournament. You know, Koshmaras, is he going to turn up and take London by storm?
That's the issue, right? A lot of these teams, they leaned into the Neon. They didn't change too much around it. I think Lev have come into this very aware of what's different about Neon this time around. Movement got nerfed, you can't shotgun as much. You don't see them lean into that as much, maybe for a bonus round, maybe, you know, investing into the anti-eco, but they've found their footing and their stride. Multiple players on this Leviathan squad that just come alive, take over rounds, time and time again. Makes it difficult to even hunt for any semblance of that win condition, the coin-based win con.
Yeah, I think EDG will just be looking... I mean, their initial plan right now of refighting over B main is failing entirely. So you've got to try something else. We've seen teams look to take the B main fight against Lev. We've also seen teams try to push down mid as Lev take B main. We've also seen teams try to push out A really heavy to punish King, who's often holding in that area. Coming out of attack timeout, though, Lev love to go A.
Yeah, looking like a potential fast hit all the way through. There's going to be the fast lane to cut this one up, but nobody! He turns himself down forwards! With that Bucky in hand, Chichu from the top ropes. Neon, head rolling off the shoulders. It's Lev that are heavily punished, heavily slapped down to earth. The gravity of their situation finally settling in.
One of those spots where Lev should have mixed up what they normally do. The timeout into the A-pop, we've just seen it so many times before, and EDG were ready. The snake bite, the Bucky, tore him to pieces, and now they're in a 2v5 Leviathan trying to recover this.
Lack of hesitation from nobody to just immediately take the fight, Bucky in hand. It's paved the way here. Weaponry being exchanged across the board. A couple of shots are fired off towards that B-Heaven angle, but this is EDG in a lot of control.
Both players missing the timings on each other there, though, as Blows and Jenny cross paths.
See how it goes, though. 38 seconds left. It is an open B site for the plant. Well, you can't give ins here for Leviathan.
They're going to expect that B main is compromised, but with that haunt, they know that either Jenny's not there or he's pushed incredibly deep.
King's forwards not stopping whatsoever. Watch for here. Lucky to be alive as the shots just whistle past along with those bullets. We're going to see him commit to the reload. They are being surrounded slowly, surely at that.
Trying to lure in that B main player that they know is there.
See the now Blows, already insert himself down towards that hell angle. Hold on, the damage is being done. Players picked apart, picked to pieces. But the composure just not quite there. Leaves it to King. Can't do it all. Nobody with a four-piece. Continuation of that form. He's the one who set that round in motion. He's the one to close it.
The IGL's clashing swords towards the end. Nobody putting those 4 kills on the board. His first 4 on split. And the Mastercard Drifty comes through. I think mostly this is a really nice read on what Lev like to do coming out of timeouts. I don't think this is the kind of thing that you can normally read into too heavily. Because Lev, outside of those anti-eco timeout moments, they do like to mix things up a ton. So now we get back into the bread and butter rounds. What is EDG's game plan? How have they adjusted it? With the tag timeout that Autumn took, they were fighting B main. Now Kang takes his op over towards A ramp. And Lev are fast up mid.
All the way forwards is going to be applying pressure to this ramp control. Kang, see what he off. So Trailblazers immediately broken. King posturing like there's potentially more of a presence than there actually is, putting a bit of fear into their step. And B-main control was conceded in the process. Now we're seeing it overdrive, offloaded Spike. Leading this one forward.
现在就这么从中间点了。
Significant portion of this one, but that's what you've done. Oh, no way! The rocket whipped away. They're going to see this one not come at all. Jenny! Icicle's being broken. It's Neon running a mockery on the round. Running and gunning doesn't stop King. Forces them to bow.
EDG just been torn to pieces. And the crowd, this whole event has been on EDG's side, but you can't help but love what you're watching here as they get ripped asunder. This entire plan built to try to put pressure on Neon as he's holding B main, and he outplays them utterly.
You see it on the face of the EDG players. Hope is fading.
But they've got the right read again here.
Yeah, not all is lost. Nobody was able to do it for them before. This time, no, Lev not willing to straight down the gullets.
It's another anti-eco, another A push, or at least an A-side default. But King hits the brakes and decides to back off as soon as they realize EDG have gone for that same defense side read. It looks like the prep is there in terms of stopping Lev's A hit.
进
But
攻
it's
就
the
是
normal
很
B
鲁
main
莽，
default
就
and the B
年
splits
轻
with that
风
mid
暴直接
pressure
冲点。但是我
that
个人
EDG
觉
have
得
no answers for
那个这个
currently.
指挥做的还是比较完美，
Steady
就比较
walk
成
up
功
through
的。
mid.
The read is nice though, with them cutting noise and starting to gather over towards B. Kankan will have a chance to influence the round.
Stack is in the right place.
Yeah, a shot with the Sheriff and Bladestorm activated.
但是 King 没指
There
挥
are
到
chances.
这波，没想到
Definitely
外
are.
面 B 2楼会站满人。
So if this goes
但是
poorly,
今天
it's
却
going to be
都
that
死
Prowler to lead it forward. Spike with that deep dash to the side. He's weak as anything. Stun ricochets, rebounds. Let's get the connection they were looking for. C's already going to be utilized, but King has that control towards A main. He's going for the tricks to reinforce, go back towards his A direction, but it's hesitancy in their step.
I mean, it's beautiful calling though. He's got the complete A site open.
20 seconds, now we're seeing it. Satchels across all the way. The CDG's trying to catch up to what the state of the round looks like. The paranoia is good, but the rifles even better. All the way onto this side though, 13 seconds remaining. This plan needs to be denied at any chance, any opportunity, but blows. Already committing this one with a plan. Kangang up towards the top now. Rifle there. Moving away and around. Spike finally dealt with. Kangang coming alive. The final hour when his team needed it.
那么现在就他们
Guns to be
两
handed
个
off
一起
and
拿
over the heels there, but still blows. You can't count them out. And as that smoke blooms and blossoms, it's nobody's life that's removed. Jenny, ghost in hand, barely anything at all to work with. He's got to find a path forwards, but with that upgrade fan rifle now, but a DTP, Jenny! Finding his mark, finding his footing now, but the time's starting to get away from him. Blows just sidestepping it all.
There are too many threats on this Leviathan team for EDG to navigate. Even with Kankan utilizing the Guardian, a historic weapon for him in big moments, in big matches. He picks off 3, spinning around. No help, no support. Again, very individual from EDG today. They are really finding it tough to sync their ideas up together and play off each other. Even their best moments have been on the backs of those individual rounds. Lev going for a bit of a fake A-ramp control here. Spike not committed.
He's all the way up. He's got that judge in hand. We've seen this play before. He wants to dominate control towards it. Chichu, he's hard committed.
Well, he's stuck in the open.
The fundamentals of Lev still reigning true.
为什么收进了呢？
Finding these kills, Kankan feeling the pressure, knowing that they've lost that mid control. He steps forwards, wants to take a fight in towards B main. Jenny, again, still hard committed to paranoia. Sweeps, and Kankan capitalizes already with that swing wide out. He's going to be backing himself up and away to smoke to potentially play around. It's going to come down to the reactions here, just spotting out the players. But blows! Just straight there from the side, high ground! Walking the catwalk. Bullets into the bodies of the EDG. They're finding weaknesses now, but this is all up to nobody. The pit up gives him a bit of space, but it's still up to nobody in a 1v3. He's going fishing, hunting, spraying and praying, hoping for the connection.
应该是要绕后的，我觉得。被踩到对面压出来了，
to
有
play
压
it
吗？没
quietly
压
for now.
还是待在眼里面。
Waits to see if Lev will make that first move, the first slip up for them.
打的还是很稳的，我觉得。
Drops the gun, tries to bait the swing. Making him think that he's saving that operator, but still the bullets firing now, revealing it. But he picks up the operator at precisely the wrong moment. This is all Leviathan.
The Brazilian fans here in London are having so many opportunities to taunt and jeer these EDG players left alone in 1vx's. It feels like every round, Lev are finding opportunities to just put the squeeze. Look how isolated Kankan is there. Playing for his own value towards B main. Jenny hiding inside a smoke. There is no attempt to play off each other, to hold angles for each other.
Purely individuals.
At some point halfway through Pearl, they just decided solo plays were going to win the game, which is wild.
Against Leviathan. As we said, they've been tempered, honed to a deadly edge. Coached by Ona. He's not one to let any sort of lack of discipline slip.
I thought we were going to see Kankan rip the Bladestorm in the previous 2 rounds and try to convert a situation where they, might have been able to find it winnable. Here he pops it on what's essentially a full eco.
It's a deep insert through mid. He's going to be the first one to see signs of life, potentially trigger the paranoia. Orb up though, holding for the flash. Trap play set up straight off of Kangkang's contact, right clicks. It's enough drive and a dash though, and he's back out and away. They don't want to overplay their hand.
But the right click, now he's got no knives to work with. Where's the threat now for EDG?
No gun at all. Deep haunts. Trail's going to be pointing directly towards potential players here, but a classic! Just can't get it done. 4v4. Still danger here when the time gets as low as it is, and nobody's going to be hearing this. Many footsteps moving towards it. Running back though. Utilized now to lead it forwards. Nobody at least takes him out, but Nightfall going to be scattering across. Cuts away a couple of these sound cues. Nobody! Still sidestepping. He's dancing around the pillar. He's making it work. Time ball for the rest of the squad to get in. Util flooding and flowing straight overhead. It's going to be slowing and stunting it. Nobody somehow grabbing it up over his troubles. And surely that's enough. EDG. Back from the brink, another massacre at 50.
The read, the stack, bodies in. But these rounds are coming few and far between, and a lot of them are coming through on Thrifties across the last two halves. Hello. It's a whiff.
30 seconds left.
Not where the orb was supposed to go, but I don't think it particularly influenced the outcome of the round. Might have allowed EDG to stack bodies a little more confidently over towards B, I suppose.
Yeah.
Kangkang's trying to get the energy back up. This map has not felt winnable so far for EDG, but they need a bit of belief.
Be what they needed. Pit's going to be blocking out that access to B main.
I like that idea from Chichu instead of using it in mid, as most people would go for.
Yeah, I mean, Lev put such a high priority over towards that B main controlling their attack. Farming up the orbs, taking control early.
And you have Kangkang's up on the other side of the map. Getting deeper now with the Trailblazer. Creates a timing where Smoggy's got to try to put a little bit of pressure in mid.
Just all the way up. It's brave, but he just misses his chance. It's like Jiggle. King, surely you're not going to be stepping straight back into
damage.
Oh my goodness, the nerves. And nobody left to defend at all, really, from a spot like this. The flash is good. Stun going to be missing. The spike still leading it forwards for his team. We're glide to the side. Backs turned over. Kangkang, potential for him to feast. Destroying and decimating them. And once more, that time, bought King. Forwards into main. Steals with one of the challenges. Spike's going to be picked up. Two chances to pivot, but only 30 seconds remaining. Which direction do you move into? It's a noise bait. Sound being made as they jump down into the vents, but the actual goal going to be towards the A side. That leaves it up to Jenny.
Jenny can stay hard anchored here. He's always got the ult to be able to play off, but the play's coming into him.
He's just walking straight into the line. He's not ready for it at all. And that's the anchor play that potentially could have played spoiler. No paranoia. Level left guessing. Where could his players be? Smoggy. He's found it. Quick shot straight to the dome. Time, 4 seconds. He's missed it. It's no time at all. Chichu's running him down, but it's going to be a round one for EDG.
By the finest of margins. Neon there deciding to take the fight into Smoggy. It's 2 rounds by the skin of their teeth, but EDG are putting them together, putting them on the board. What a miracle round from Kangkang too. Stepping forward through the snake bite down to 30 HP and then down to 1 inside a C's. Always confident to take the refight.
1 enemy remaining.
And Lev really needed to put more focus, more attention on him.
Let's see Kangkang activating and stepping up here once more. Nobody. We've seen a repeat of the play. We've seen a repeat of the goddamn play. Shotgun to Chichu from that high ground. Seen it all before. And Lev once more punished as a result of it. Paranoia is good. Stops him for now. Gonna need to see sharp shooting. Blows and King pressed into a corner, forced into unfavorable positions, and kills are not being offered up as freely as they were before. Smoggy plays with a bit more discipline, gets the information, backs it up, but this is very individualistic. Now Blows, looking forward, hold on, finds his one. Trade is quick, and Jenny secures the spike for his team.
EDG look a lot more comfortable defending over towards A. And Kangkang's op is just filling the gaps. King shouldn't be allowed an easy kill here. High-low setup for Jenny and Chichu. There it is. Confirmed. Spike was dropped down into their laps. EDG look quite nice whenever Lev are opening on the A side of the map. Nobody has been reading those rounds beautifully, by the way. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time whenever King wants to start. on the east side. And there's a strong correlation too between when Kang has been able to get the op in his hands and the way that EDG have found success. It's not always because of him so much as he allows the team to stack in the opposite direction. They've just got so much faith and confidence in their superstar Jet Oppa. Lev take a timeout though. On he's looking for that Coinbase win condition to get back on top of the game. They've still got an advantage of 2. But it was that B main control into mid pressure that was working so beautifully for them. He also has lots of fast rounds in the bank. So if Spike's money is not looking great, they absolutely could just keep the Bucky and send it.
He's got the overdrive too. Ult earned up, many threats waiting on the other side of this timeout.
Whoever is going to be playing over towards that B heaven area, I think is going to have an absolute task on their hands. If Kang finds himself in the right spot, maybe the Jet Oppa could do it, but he's going to pick up a ramp instead. And this to me does look quick.
There.
Yeah, I think to be heavy emphasis placed onto mid.
I think the Snakebite and the Paranoia are going to have to do work here for Chishu and Jenny.
Let's try and get this one up. It's a deep wall. It's going to be used at the final few moments. Doesn't reveal the hand until now. Now, galvanizing opener. Let's see it from Spike all the way forward to that overdrive. It's pure disrespect. Shuts it down, runs straight past that util force of the issue for Smoggy. He's got to fight his way forward. But the extra element of that deep TP, Neon. Well, he took a backside control.
It's the power of Lev. Even when you think that you've seen everything from them. Attack timeout and a fast round. Massive advantage here. EDG might even think about saving. You're in round 11. Kang's got an ult that he would really love to have. It's been working out for them in the slower pace that King's brought to the game. But the scrapbook is just such a massive asset for this squad.
Filled to the brim. Whenever they're in a tough spot, whenever they feel like they're losing control of the game. 3 rounds, EDG win. Panic button hit. Owner calls it for them. Fast little B split play. Ults online for them to really make sure it hurts.
You have to be set up to deny them some level of B main control in case it's slow. You have to be set up to stop a fast A hit in case they go in that direction out of attack timeout. And then you also have to be ready for these kind of set plays up through mid B heaven. Your defense is just stretched too thin. Chishu and Jenny trying to do their best there with whatever tools they had available. But you see Jenny's inside of his smoke animation. The tempo just runs him over. He gets bulldozed.
Again, the stuns, it's just picture perfect. Exactly where they needed it from Spike.
Sato is 1 away from having his ult online. I think you would expect Lev to go B main, but EDG have not been able to deny them this area.
See it. TP's going to be heard here. Smokes are going to be thrown out. One just cuts up the angle here. It's another wall to cut this one up. Prowler forwards, making sure to clear the way.
You never know what timing they're going to pick on the B pop. They can go fast, they can re-hit.
Might be looking to go for it now. Here it is, all in, explosive style. It's pathing onto the other side of the pit. Damage, definitely done. She's just going to try and dismiss and slap the wall down from that high ground angle. But the trading immaculate still brings it into a 2v2. Very much winnable position here for EDG. Boombots.
Neon backed up, and he's just left King completely alone.
I see onto the side now. Nate's going to be pushing him back and away. Just spotted out his positioning. Kang dropping it down.
He's begging for Neon to speed up here through mid.
Needs some assistance, needs some help. Guns are swapped around once more with the rifles now. They are putting the squeeze. King needs a bailout, needs some assistance. Spam through the box. Couple of stray shots, wondering where they might be. Swaggy turning them all the way around. And a showstopper. To finish exactly EDG needed on that half. 5-7, just down by 2. But it's a very much winnable scenario, very much gives them significant chances to take this a little bit further.
It's the first round where we see EDG setting up these high-lows, trying to play off each other, holding hands with Kang and Smoggy. They're finally relying on that teamwork and team fighting.
It's a wonderful end here for EDG to just pull it back to that 7-5 half. Still going to be down, but for now we can see what happens on the other half of this one. I'm going to send it down to Frankie. She is hanging about We're now with Leviathan's biggest supporters.
The Leviathan fans have turned up in London, so we want to hear the kind of noise they can make. But first of all, Boa, how were the team feeling this morning? Because you're their manager, you look after them.
No, the boys are well fed. They rested well, so they're very prepared for today. Let's go.
And you can see that on the stage. If they're able to win the second half, they're going to the grand final. Fernando, as the owner, the founder of Leviathan, please teach us the chant.
Okay, let's go with Vamos la Levianeta. All together. Vamos la Levianeta. Vamos la Levianeta. Vamos la Levianeta. Vamos la Levianeta.
I think I'm going to be hearing that when I go to sleep at night tonight. I feel like that's definitely going to give the boys a boost, but they are their own cheerleaders, Boa. They're always hyping each other up on stage. Who is the main hype man of this team?
Actually, Sato, Neon, all of them. All of them. Sometimes here people think it's just Sato, but all of them, they scream to each other. They go crazy with each other. So,
And what about backstage, Fernando? Are you giving the team a pep talk?
No. They know what to do, so I not make a pressure. So now I'm enjoying now. They have to win now.
I mean, no pressure, boys, on stage. Your boss is watching you. I think it's going to be incredibly emotional if this team makes it to the grand final after this map. But you know what? It could go the distance because EDG are looking fired up. One more time, Leviathan, make some noise! Let's head back into the game.
Leviathan, all cheers, all smiles for this team. They know that they're on the cusp of something great. Been able to take it down multiple teams already at this event. They're on a lower bracket run. Would be one for the history books in VCT if they were able to close it out here and now.
They're also the Kingslayers. They seem to be coming for the teams that have won the Champs trophies before. Eliminated NRG. EDG look like they're on the chopping block next. Lev have been all over them in this game. Last few rounds, EDG have managed to pick something up. But this defense side is normally strong for Lev.
Leon.
The double duelists are going to have to go crazy for EDG. I'm looking towards Kang and Smoggy.
We've seen it before. Even at this very event, able to get it done onto Split, and now looking to see if they can set this one step forwards. Dodging and juking up towards the top, and Sato just seeing if he can make himself a bit of a nuisance. Neon, it's a fadeaway shot, but already the kills claimed. EDG with the advantage. The plan now to go down, stepping forwards into the smoke. Punished! Hunger's got it. What's the eye, dominating the position. Random shots at Neon, just going wide. Waiting it out. Not too many more opportunities to be finding themselves here. Kang and Jenny. Quick cleanup, and that's a pistol round for EDG, as we were saying. Takes a lot to take this team down.
Kang's great in this round. Steps forward, dominates the smoke the Neon throws. Shuts down any attempt. That's a ridiculous shot. But one of the few that they landed. Otherwise, EDG got in. Found the pick that they needed. Stopped any retake from happening. The retake protocols from Lev on A are really strong. If EDG can focus in the rifle rounds around getting into B with their double duelist comp, I think that can be a big win con for them. And they need this map.
Hello.
They need every map.
Neon trying to do his Forsaken cosplay. All the way forwards here, might be able to put a punish on the Chichu because those shots are going wide as anything. Snake bite. Said it! What's he done? He's trying to shank him in the face, hoping that they'll run him down. Let's give access to EDG though. Plant down onto A. Funneling the orbs into Smoggy. He's going to be looking to see if he can collect a couple of eco kills himself.
但是康康的架好狙了，不会是要全部等在这上面吧？等他们自己
EDG might have an idea of where these players are going to be hiding, waiting to die to the spike. Ideally, it would be Smoggy.
我感觉是会往他们家撤的，因为我们
Spectre in hand, these are looking like 3 tasty ult points down here if Smoggy can find them.
但是他们又往电梯房
Placing an emphasis onto it, but how do you get down into the vents? Not being punished forwards. Love chances. Satchel's a nice way to do it. Still, just the one. Quick cleanup. Neon straight on top of it. Gun picked up. Time running out. We're going to go down here. Nobody looking to see if he can reclaim some of the investment.
Yeah, he does. He grabs the Spectre towards the end. It's pretty decent for Smoggy, but honestly, he's 2 away from the showstopper. Not sure we necessarily need to see this again.
I mean, we're going to include an eye too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long replay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He thought he had a sword. Yeah. Thought he had a pike to be able to work with rather than a blade.
Out of options.
Took Masters London a bit too literally.
7-7 now.
I think that the B side of the map is where EDG are really going to thrive with this composition. Here comes that Lurk Viper orb that we've seen teams run many times before. Smoggy probably wants to try to work for the orb if he can, the ult orb that is. But any pops out through this are going to be hard for Lev to hold.
Yeah, we're going to see the volley going to be used. That's preemptive. And that Neon, no, he's been caught out. Always so good for it. The flash towards the flood. He's caught for it. They don't know about Smoggy. They don't know about Chichu. Running away with it now. EDG, bonus idea. My God, Low still going to be making a good go forward. He's just completely caught unaware.
I think he thought it was a dropped weapon.
Yeah, potentially.
That's crazy. This round is brilliant, though, from EDG. It shows you what their best idea of being able to convert these rounds are. They've got that Viper Orb. They can always be threatening some kind of slow take through B main. But if they get in position to pop with a Jet raise comp, they're just all over you before you even realize. Smoggy took positioning towards New Box before Neon was even thinking about having to deal with an entry player. And then Chishu is so fast into hell. Spike doesn't think about that. Doesn't even cross his mind. EDG have done what they need to get back into split and start that long road to the grand finals.
Kong taking a stand, empowering the crowd.
Right, look at that.
For this squad, yeah, the pathing is just sublime.
I'd say that is the bread and butter B default from EDG. You get Kong with his Cloudburst pathing towards the news stand, as Smoggy either goes to the new box or even past it in this situation.
Let's
go! And if you've watched the VODs of Lev, Neon wants to teleport out of his anchor position a lot and will go over towards what he assumes is a smoke towards CT. Well, that time EDG didn't even use a smoke in spawn. Neon just TPs out and Smoggy knows he's got a free kill.
Yeah, he's very good for it. Anchoring, he knows when to push the limits, overstay, just fully evacuating. Tactical timeout taken by Lev here. This is their time of interjection. They realize it's because EDG, they've got a ton of momentum behind them. Yep. Clearly, they've worked out something over towards the B site.
7 of the last 8 rounds have gone the way of EDG. Some early felt like it was based on individuals, but later on, we're seeing more and more of their ideas and their teamwork shine. The timings in round 12 defense and round 13, 15 on attack, they're really tightening it up, putting the screws on Lev.
The obvious play here for EDG be to try and earn up Smoggy's ult. No stopper.
But I think the obvious reaction from Owner is to fight much more heavy over towards B main. And that'll work even in the rifle rounds where EDG don't need an ult orb.
Kang's here though. TP to fake into the corner here. The flash is good. Kang's just walking all the way out, but he's got that dash. Oh, let's get back to safety. Got a nice edge.
Good positional awareness even when he was blinded up there.
Certainly got the heal in the back pockets. King has the rifle. Player could potentially do something about this round.
You know the blows is going to be on heaven. Exact same spot he holds in about 90% of the rounds. Here he's going to drop into an A anchor spot, anticipating EDG, gearing up for that A exec. And instead, nobody has pump faked it beautifully. He's drawn all of these defenders away from B.
I mean, they've called a phenomenal round here. 50 seconds left. The Prowler doesn't see anything, and they've realized, wait a minute, we may have been not too hasty in terms of the rotations, but they are getting players in a position while EDG are walking up.
Oh, yeah.
B have controls there now.
It was a nice call to do the A fake, but they missed the timing on it.
Still looking towards that mid angle. Neon's going to be able to delay this for quite some time. 30 seconds left. Paranoia is there. The smoke
Spicy
dissipates. Just want to take the
entry.
timing now, but with it, Util sailing up overhead. DTP comes up into the corner. It is accounted for though. Nobody's straight there with it. Still that rifle player King, only the one. Backing away to Satchels. Somehow playing him into safety. 13 seconds left. Time is of the essence. EDG, they're going to get a move on. They're going to go towards his site. The plan is to go down here with no real problems. Defended in time.
They just love to make the fans sweat a little.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice call, but they missed the timing. Had to go into a full stack of bodies. Again, it's nobody, the IGL, who takes first contact. Just making sure that his players
Remaining.
on the entry are not going to get caught. And then Spike gets put down in the floor. Ult's online.
So lucky. So lucky. 5 people. Why?
Whoa,
Hello, Smoggy. What's going on here then? Paranoia is going to be following up right behind him. That's a running back. Utilized by Sado. Is going to be able to at least absorb this ult.
Nice idea.
It evens out.
It's a fake though. They're luring Blows out of his normal position.
Trying to take up space over towards the A side as a result of it.
A double fake actually. They're going back to Smoggy. Let's take a listen to EDG.
随便不用，
菜了，
我大人摸包着，
我在加 B 楼，
小心打死。这个中路压了，吃解包，去拿2楼行吗
我去看？B 通了，我去看 B 通了，
我去拿井压，你们去拿2楼，我去拿2楼下。
我 B 通反绕 B 楼了，
他以为我摸2楼了，他以为我摸2楼了。井压吹黑了，2个。
我3秒
你们2楼逆风上了，他没到就回防了，他没到就回防了，他推黑了。
我绕 B 楼了，
2楼启动了。我摸了，我看了2楼，我要时间了，我时间了。关键是在绕远的。
我有马上2秒钟有闪光，阳台有人，
阳台到了，
打个闪拖一下。地方有个 sniper。
没感觉到。
Still left to spare. Nobody's almost left out. A little bit of respite from him. Still Neil won't go down. Now he's the last one left. Time ticking though. Love the impression. They might have just lost the round entirely as a result of it. Nobody played it to perfection. Waited all the way out, and King can't even escape.
What a round! So many layers to what's going on there. They ripped the showstopper off barrier because they're expecting Lev to fight for B main. That's the most obvious tactical adjustment that Lev would have made. When Smoggy gets all of that position on B, they cancel the idea of going back over towards A. Head to B, get the plant down, and then there's lurks on lurks on lurks because of that double fake setup. Nobody individually and in terms of the calling. Getting one up here. Putting the pressure back on Lev. China's Kings, they're leading by 3.
They really are. Not done yet by any measure whatsoever. That's going to be prime. Procton ready. Flash held into the hands with a refight call for Lev. Trying to get ahead of all of this. Kankan finally brought down. Jenny just can't quite manage it. Rifle aim was impeccable towards the end, but that trading again earns Lev one more chance. It's King rattling out commands towards the end, rattling out support.
Anytime there's a big team fight brawl like this, we saw it on Pearl as well. Lev looked more practiced. If it's a giant 5v5 fight, a big skirmish, the trading and the util does tend to favor the American squad.
One enemy remaining.
But if you create chaos, if you slip individuals into little gaps, EDG, they've got those opportunities. And if they can find a big exec this time going over towards A, this blow's good for it. They know where he's going to be posted.
Smoggy, he's got that judge in hand. Hold on, moving away. Forwards! Judge might have been nerve, but not that much. Can't go straight there with a blade sword. But a right click. It's going to be dismissing them completely out of his grasp. Lev, peeling back and away. They've lost control of this one.
Here.
Control of the space inside the smoke as Kankan just backing out. He knows the internal timer ticking. Smoke dissipates, he hears it, sound cues. Let's go tracking.
Well, there's the Neon Nerf in action.
Straight back at you. Neon can't do much about this. 1v4 EDG find their way to 11.
And this is very nice game plan from EDG. The ante, we've seen a lot of teams trying to beat Lev, and they struggle a ton on the A side of the map. We've seen most teams, they know that they can get the plant down on A. So they go into A, and they end up playing in these post-plant situations that Lev are mega comfortable with. Instead, EDG are going up ramp and dominating heaven. which takes away any opportunity for Lev to play their classic retakes, where they're fast down ramp. EDG dominate that space. Kangkang bulldozing his way through and setting up on much more aggressive angles. It's a beautiful idea. They look very prepared for what is Lev's map pick, and an astonishingly successful match for Lev. The desk was saying, if EDG can push things towards map 4 and 5, experience, scrappiness, it could start to push things more and more in favor of the Chinese team, who's won a trophy before.
The faces on Lev currently on that stage, playing like they've realized for the first time exactly where they're playing. Seeing the same smiles, the same energy.
Well, it's also the first time we've seen them struggle strategically. It was this Lev-Edg that first posed the problem. And since then, EDG have actually shown a lot of other stuff that's worked nicely. The fakes from nobody, that A-Heaven exec, and now Kangkang with the op. Looking to try to get a punish on Neon as he goes for that jiggle peek at default. But at some point here, as the timer ticks down and we see that Neon isn't wanting to give this peek away, they're gonna have to go for the exec. And surely Kangkang's gonna pass the op over to somebody else.
It's a good setup though from Lev. Sato, slide off angle, the path in here from the satchel forwards. Neon, he's gonna go the Bulldog yet still. He's gonna do his best. Here it is, Chichu fast onto the timing, just all the way up through mid, but that's gonna be Lev! It's a well-laid trap at EDG. They walk straight into it.
It's an absolute own goal from EDG. They've just done an exec with Kangkang opping, dashing over towards new box. Or new stand, sorry. And there's no way of recovering this 2v5.
Jenny. Smoke propped up. Something to play around. Potential to pull these players out into the open, but Spike watching that angle. Nobody's already realized it. It's the little victories that you're playing for in a round like this.
10 seconds left.
EDG, even domestically, do struggle on anti-ecos. And we've seen a lot of thrifties. Not all of them for Lev. There've been plenty on both sides. But this one, I think, is extremely avoidable. They did not have to play the round like this. When they realized that they weren't being given a pick over towards B main, it's pretty simple to just pass your operator over to somebody else at the back of the pack.
Not just that as well, just rushing into the B exec. Difference maker being Spike, Sato, Neon. They can put their full focus onto main, because King, he had that pit up the entire time through mid.
Yeah.
Didn't have to worry about B-Heaven.
It's the pressure around the map that's actually worked for nobody's calling. Slower rounds, where you just let Lev have all the information, are going to be a disaster. And EDG can't afford to let opportunities slip. They were in control of this game up until that anti-eco that they failed.
They still are 2 rounds ahead.
This is nice, though. Again, they take B main. They put the pressure as if they're going to go for the B pop. And it's such an extremely difficult thing to stop with those double duelists that Lev have to respect it, have to pull bodies over towards B. And that means that Blows comes off his normal position. A gets a little weaker. EDG, though, have been missing the timings a bit. They've had about 20 seconds here to get over towards A, and instead nobody's calling a fake afterwards, like he's gonna make it feel like it's ending A, but the spike's heading towards B.
They might not have liked the Haunt. I don't know, the Haunt really didn't clear much over towards A-Heaven.
Well, here comes a Prowler. I think nobody wants to be seen by this, to make it feel like it's going A.
Since Trailblazer now going to be used with the wall up on top of it. Just trying to pull players over towards this A side, but reinforcement's still here.
Is Smoggy going to play for the orb? He is. Showstopper online.
Now it's going to be ready and waiting. Just the one Sato to play for. That deep dash into it, but that rocket has gone wide into the back wall. And King, Neon, they combine their mind once more. Sato, who will go down, but an instant pivot TP. Hold on, evacuation.
He doesn't want it to get cancelled. He's worried about Blows.
Yeah, didn't know if he was still going to be anchoring over towards that spot, but it goes both ways. Neon has an ult of his own. Reinforcing over towards the A side. 13 seconds remaining. This could be it. Playing spoiler and more. Spike picked up, immediately reclaimed, but nobody's going to be under all that pressure. They know the win cons. They're going to run him down and deny the chance for EDG to get anything more.
It's a wild round called there by nobody. Overcooked. He had a brilliant fake play set up a few rounds back. But this one, they lost control entirely.
30 seconds left.
Missed their timing to go back into A. Over-anticipated how many players would get pulled off. The thing is, Lev are never going to stack bodies on A, thinking that it's going in that direction because they're happy to play retake. They will stack bodies B on their defense side, but they're not going to pull defensive players off the B site very often. I think that round demonstrates a bit of a misunderstanding of how Lev approach their defense side, and so Autumn's going to hit the timeout. The Brain Trust pulled over from T1. Now tasked to keep EDG ahead. 2 rounds in a row that Lev have just picked up, when it looked like all the momentum was in favor of the attackers. They've also lost the economy.
Yeah, it's going to be tough going, isn't it? From this point on, they could force up potentially, but it won't be ideal.
In order to push things to fracture, the coaching staff is going to have to come up with an answer here. The B exec was potent, but Lev figured out an answer for it. More bodies on that side of the map. EDG's A heaven, it was such a nice strategic response. But it seems like they've forgotten all about that.
No longer relying on it, leaning into it. Again, all eyes set towards this B site. Now, Lev assuming that there's a level of conditioning here because they were stacking it heavy with players, but they hit a util. Neon in court here and there. We're going to see a Trailblazer with a Cloudburst already forwards. It does pull out the paranoia. The Molly going to be used to reciprocate. Sato just wants to stun them, stop them in their tracks. But already a double dash. That is a lovely entry. Smog is all the way forwards. Vulnerable to bad as not. There's plenty more bodies where that came from right there behind it. Transfer can't be hit in time. Nova, there's the Nova King.
Tucked in the smoke, 24 kills. An immovable object. An invisible object as well, by the way that EDG started moving forwards there. But look at the adjustment. Lev have done such a good job adapting to the way that EDG want to pop into B. Neon, instead of TPing out, TP's deeper. Sato's there now for a molly on the choke. You have to get through the molly, you have to get through the snake bite, the paranoia. But surely this is the round that Autumn had crafted a plan for. They fake as if it's B control. They pull bodies away from A, and now are they going to try to hit the timing? This is the moment where nobody has been hesitant before.
11-11. It's your entire tournament on the line here for EDG. Seekers sets a path forwards once more, but that sees a connection. Slingshots Kang all the way back. Spike is all the way in forwards, but again the rifle lane blows. It's straight on top of it, the flood defense. Ordered up. And with the reinforcements again, they slam the door shut. Lev-Edg barreled back into this game. A match point for the Young Americas squad to clear EDG out 3-0. They knew what was coming. Spike even missed Kang in the midst of all of that. Hunting inside the Cloudburst with a shorty. But EDG look out of answers. 4 in a row for Lev. Money is all over the place. But EDG have to pull it together. They have to drag it to OT. If they want a chance to survive in this tournament, if they want a chance to go all the way.
There.
Leviathan. Steady nerve being held by this squad. The difference in terms of the defense and the setup. Neon, normally happy to play towards Pillar.
He can't be cleared by a Trailblazer. Nobody's using that one up through mid. Just trying to fake that it's not going to be a B-pop.
Immediately breaking it now, but Utah's going to be flying up towards it. This is an all-in attack! Neon! Shuts it all down, Salah played in! And in the blink of an eye, it's all gone so damn wrong! Frantic is the energy! Desperate plays in the 2v3, but Lev not stopping whatsoever. Call for the pause, the calm before the storm. The Leviathan, it's all in the palms of their hands. Leviathan are going all the way.
什么？我操喂！你们给我看屎！哦！
It's an uncrowned king that is coming for a throne. They have earned their chance all the way through the lowers. The sole last remaining representatives of Americas, and now with a chance to go the distance.
3-0 domination. A team that's won champs before, dismantled, but a great run from EDG nonetheless. Building that momentum towards Champ Shanghai. But this will not be a trophy that they are allowed to fight for. It is Lev-Edg who have earned the right for a revenge game against Paper Rex.
It's the Vamos that went around the world with this squad. They've exceeded everyone's expectations. A squad that was built on a long-term plan. Trophies obviously the goal, but they're getting a chance much sooner than perhaps anticipated.
Take a good look at this squad. I doubt it'll be the last time you see them on a grand final stage, but remember it because this is the first time you're seeing them. What a team, absolutely brimming with talent. They were the better squad today in terms of the prep, the teamwork, the team fighting. And even EDG's incredible individuals could not power them through to even win a map. It looked like Split would be the first. But Lev was simply too good.
He stood up to the test of resilience that EDG offered. And now one more challenge awaits them, one more opponent. Already been bested by them for EDG. Chances and hopes scattered away. For now, though, we're going to send it down to the floor. Frankie standing by for that Verizon post-match interview. Take it away.
Flows, last year you were on Leviathan Academy. Now you're in the grand final on the main team. How does it feel?
Então, você começou na Academy, mas agora tá aqui na grande finais do Master. Como você tá se sentindo? Mano, desde o começo na Academy eu sempre sabia que era um time muito bom na Academy, que a gente só iria evoluir. E agora que a gente subiu pro Tier 1, a gente com esse time eu sempre fui muito feliz, sempre sabia que seria uma oportunidade muito boa de estar aqui. E eu sempre soube do nosso potencial de poder estar aqui.
Since back from the Academy, I knew that this team had a potential. I was really happy that we could get to Tier 1 all together to here, and I always knew the potential that we have, so I'm really happy to be here with them.
We did see that EDG were fighting back against you on Split.